Hello YouTube, it's me Candy. Ever since last night we came back at 11:30 and the very second we touched down at this house with this apartment, I've been sick. I started to feel really sick, like regular cold kind of sick. Not coronavirus kind of sick, you know. But some people might say it's a change in climates, you know. But, so, dog, I'm so nervous, and I shouldn't have to be nervous and scared over, you know, people that's younger than me, you know. But, my roommate remember I was talking about questioning my roommate. Well, actually all this stuff, pretty much her acting funny, it more like started Friday. I mean, I noticed that whenever there's a trip or a vacation somewhere, it seems like, I don't know, this is the third time I can think of where either I went on a trip or somebody else went on a trip or whoever going on a trip on vacation, and then they come back acting different or something, you know. Just like, I'm going to give a couple of examples. Like, the first time it happened when I left New York to go back to New Orleans to get all my belongings and then come back to New York. When I just went to New Orleans to get my belongings and then I came back, and my roommates in New York, both of them weren't the same. They acted different. And hopefully I can someday soon tell about those incidents and those stories that happened. Then in Long Beach, California, which is part of Los Angeles County, in 2011, 2012, this lady at this transitional homeless shelter, the transitional shelter in Long Beach, California, she went to Moreno Valley to visit one of her granddaughters and then came back and started to act different. Now, me and this roommate went on a trip together, and now, you know, on that trip, you know, I know that, and remember I did the video saying questioning my roommate, you know, so she just started to act different, you know, like she turned in the rental car and didn't even, I mean, you know, it's like, usually she would offer me, I mean, it's just been within the past couple of weeks, she would offer to take me with her, you know, but here she just left with her son. I mean, she already turned in a rental car earlier, but here she used the car that she has and went and took off with her son and, like, didn't even tell me, you know, and it's like she been acting different, acting strange. You know, first I told y'all with the hand signs. Then, you know, she told me before she don't like to get into arguments with people. She don't like to yell at people or whatever. But it started to really come out of her acting different after as I said, after I did the video about, you know, her not disciplining her son, then that's when she did it, you know, discipline her son, but then coddle him later on, and I don't know if that was just an act, but, you know, then she, wait a minute, I'm just getting nervous, because I don't know if or when she'll come back, but she just, and she also got mad at me for taking the braids down out of my hair. Well, it wasn't done the way I really wanted it to be done, and she kept, like, anxious and eager to want to do my hair, you know, before the trip. And I mean, I'm glad I experienced, Miami and Orlando a little bit, even though I didn't get to do what we wanted to do because of this fake coronavirus thing. But I'm glad I got the opportunity to shop at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods and stuff. But it's like, I really didn't want to spend my money on all that. The stimulus money, I was trying to save it, But at the same time, it might be considered good because of this threat of mass starvation and stuff like that that's supposed to happen, that they predict that it's supposed to happen before this year is out. And I've heard about this being in the plans, that they want to cause mass starvation on purpose to get humans to cannibalize. And that's why they secretly putting, pieces of aborted human inside food. And they already have people eating human meat in McDonald's or whatever. So, in other different places. So, I gotta be careful at places like Winn-Dixie that want to always sell their beef. If there's a scarcity of beef, but Winn-Dixie always have beef to sell, buy one get one free. So anyway, my roommate never put her foot down and stand up to her son, as I mentioned, But she had was it Monday or Tuesday? No, I think it was Monday. I'm getting these days mixed up. That she would have like when she got out of the car and put on the side of the highway, and by the emergency stop on the highway, just went right after we exited off. And then she got mad and had a raging going off, even before we got out the car, she was going off on him. And I'm like, wait a minute now, you're scaring me, because she was looking back extendedly for longer periods of time. The car started swerving, and so it's like Saturday. I wonder if the perps must have secretly told her something, and knew about, the driving thing, because by Saturday, I don't even think I told anybody on YouTube by Saturday. But Saturday I asked, I said, I'm more well rested now. Can I, practice some, try to, get my driving up and try to practice. It's like, no, saying she didn't trust at all for me to drive here in Miami. Over there in Miami, because now we're back in Pensacola. Saying she didn't trust me to drive, because trying to say that people drive crazy out here. They're, well, you're the one who drive on the highway with no hands on your steering wheel. And then you're driving at high speeds and then keep trying to take bites of food, trying to eat while we're on the highway, when you could have sat at the rest stop or on the side somewhere and ate and enjoyed your food, rather than, she would drive with no hands on the steering wheel and stuff like that. But had me feeling scared. And so, she used that driving thing as a weapon against me. Thursday she tried to let me drive, but as I said, I don't know if the gang stalkers caused me to have my right leg uncontrollably shake, and I couldn't even get out the parking lot. I just drove around the parking lot, and I don't even know. And I thought she was okay with it and was trying to encourage me. But I don't know if they secretly sent her an alert to be like, hey, don't let her drive or something like that, So then, I guess Sunday was pretty okay, except the, her son being smart ass or having something rude. He was even a bitch towards me this morning, and so then, let's see. He really thinks he's fucking grown. I never saw an 8-year-old child like that, and the fact that he's a big boy. And then, all I know is shortly before, I guess, they snuck off and left, the mom was mad. And, my roommate was mad and saying that no, people are ungrateful and people don't care about you and stuff like that, And so it's like, what are you trying to say? Me? So I don't know. Saying that she was saying that to him, that people are ungrateful and don't care about him. But I think she was talking about the boy's dad being disrespectful and mean or whatever, you know. So I don't know if she went and took him by his dad's house. But as I said, she would have offered me to come along for the ride. But then it was yesterday, just before noon, and we were at her sister's house. And like, she was the one who psyched my head up to get this cheesecake on Saturday or Sunday it was. I think it was Saturday. And it tasted really good. So then she the one who offered for me to go again to get the cheesecake. And so I bought 2 of them. One for me to eat yesterday. No, I'm sorry, the day before yesterday, before we left Miami. And then when we were in, like, she bought some ice, and I wanted to keep the cheesecake cool. And I wanted to share the cheesecake with her sister and the kids so they can sample it at least. I don't know, maybe they tried it before. And so it so happened that all the ice in that small bag had melted, like, thoroughly within less than 3 hours. So that must be that hot Miami, you know. And so then by the time, it's like, usually she'd be more than glad to offer me help and stuff. But then, like, when we got to her sister's house the day before yesterday, she acted like she didn't want to help me put the food in the refrigerator, you know. And then it's like, it seemed like she really started to act more strange after she was mad and bitter that she had to discipline her son, you know. So she ain't been acting right, you know. And so then, yes, like, she acted like it was supposed to be a form of punishment. Like, you bought it. She didn't say that, but that was her attitude. Like, you bought it, you eat it, you know. Like, I'm supposed to be left with the punishment of, you know, eating a piece of cheesecake all by myself because some of the water got trapped in it. But it didn't really ruin the cheesecake. It was just a little bit of water surrounding it, but it didn't mess it up or nothing like that. So it's like, she's like, you know, oh, I'm not eating it or whatever. And then it was like as if it was supposed to be a form of punishment for me to be left to eat it by myself. Like it was my fault that the ice melted and the water got inside the cheesecake, you know. And so then her sister was like, oh yeah, these kids don't need to eat nothing else today, you know. And then last night when yesterday when we rode in the car yesterday evening, she was like, oh, can I play my music loud so it can keep me awake? And so I'm like, you know, damn well I have a problem with that. You know, I'm just thinking in my head. But I'm like, as long as I don't feel the vibrating. Well, she turned it up loud and was singing and all that. And it's like I felt the speakers vibrating on my leg. I'm like, I told her not to, you know. She already knows how, you know. So then she didn't say much of nothing. There was not much of any conversation on this trip. Like, at least 8 hours and mostly quiet, you know. So then last night with the mangoes, I asked, because I picked 10 mangoes as I showed y'all, and I thought it, you know, I picked it for the house for all of us. And she's like in the middle of the night, she was like, those are your mangoes, you know, like as if, oh yeah, like she didn't say that, and she said something else. I don't remember what else she said, but you know, like as if, it's supposed to be a form of punishment for me to just be left to eat them all by myself. Oh, and yesterday when she mentioned that she, you know, not wanting to eat the cheesecake or whatever, and then she had this look like the same, like a black female perp. Always get this look like after they say something smart ass or gaslight me, and then they give me this look like, you know. And so then, you know, it's like, so then it's supposed to be made to feel like, oh yeah, you got all those mangoes, you eat them all yourself. She didn't say that, but that was like her attitude or whatever. But then this morning I walked outside, outside this room to go in the bathroom, and she hurried up and closed the door, you know. And then her son got really smart ass with me, you know. So by May 2nd is probably, if I don't get kicked out sooner, if I do get kicked out, I better get my $100 back, or I'm raising freaking hell. But by May 2nd, it's gonna be my last night here, and I bought all that food, so I'm gonna do part 2 of this. All right, bye.